There is a delay.
Good afternoon and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Entab CampusCare Social, a platform where educators come on board to discuss their challenges and achievements in their journey to uplift the society and the scholars for a better future. So, before I begin, let me quickly introduce Entab to you. We are a 20-year-old IT company engaged in providing matured and futuristic school ERP, CRM, and mobile apps to the various schools spread across India and help them transform from good schools to the best schools. So, in today's social webinar, we will be hearing about an outstanding journey of an educator who has instilled deep morals and ethics in students live across India. So please welcome Mrs. Nirmal Mahana ma'am. She is the principal of DPS Kathu, Jammu and Kashmir. And owing to her illustrious experience of 36 years in the field of education, ma'am has been recognized for her excellent contributions to elevating society to reach new levels. Ma'am is also responsible for arranging interactive sessions and workshops for students and their parents, and she actively promoting the Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao campaign. So, without any further ado, let's get together and unravel your journey, ma'am. So, welcome to Campus Care Social, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Team Entab and Misha, for providing me this kind of platform where, sometimes you do want to express and you do want to share your experiences to people, special to the younger generation. Because I think I'll not waste too much of time. My journey started in this profession in way back in 1985, just after my B.Ed. I got the first central government break. I started my career from KV number 2 Dhar Road, where I started that school. I was the first batch. And, because being from a sports background, focus was, along with the teaching, my focus was to, give some extra to my children, because they're also in KB number 2, the children coming from various part of society, mostly army Jawans, the children coming from different parts of the country and taking admission there. So, in the first year, I remember I was myself that time was very young. I was just 22 when I got this permanent break. I started during the summer break when all the staff had left. I conducted, 2 months during summer break, the coaching camp for various sports activities. And it gives me proud privilege to state that in the first year of inception of the school, my children participated in junior nationals. So that was, and that is the thing which motivated me further in life, where, I thought this kind of, extra mileage, if you go for the children, I'm sure not only in the academics, but otherwise in other co-curricular activities also they'll excel. So, working there in that school, then in between got married, and I had to leave Jammu and went to Delhi. Because my husband, being in army, this thing, he was posted in Sri Lanka. He was in war, IPKF, and I delivered my first baby. And once the unit came back to Assam, I joined him there with my small little baby. There also, living in middle of the tea gardens, the problem was there was no school. At Rangapada North is a place where, along with the brigade commander's wife and the CEO's wife, first lady, and we, three of us, we started a small little school in the two rooms barracks. You know that in Forge, generally in that kind of areas and field areas, the Jawans will live in. So we got empty two rooms in a barrack, and we started the Silver Bell schools in 90, where the children from tea garden people and the manager, assistant manager, and we started with 18 children, you know, and then slowly and steadily for 3 years, the number had increased to 230, where the workers of these tea gardens and our own Jawans' children were studying. So there also, and today let me tell you that Silver Bells is a higher secondary school which is producing one of the best results in Assam in CBSE. So you get connected whenever the result come and these names crop up. These schools, the names of these schools crop up. You feel very nice that you are connected with these schools right from the inception. Then, as you are aware, being an army officer's wife, he was posted from there. We came back to Kota, to Dhana in Madhya Pradesh. Again, started working in that small with the teaching small children. But there we adopted a school which was nearby in the village. So on Saturday basis, we used to go. All teachers used to go there to teach underprivileged children every Saturday. So, though we were teaching in army schools, but on Saturdays for the social work, the commander said, we must have some responsibility towards society. So, and from there, I picked up this habit. After that, wherever I was working, I made it a point to adopt one or two schools nearby villages where on Saturday, I've allocated this day, Saturday, for these schools. And from there, teaching in Kota, then in Chennai, I've told you that from north to west and east to south, I have been teaching all over India in 36 years, and especially giving Saturdays to underprivileged children, where I believe that if we all of us we contribute little bit, it will make a difference to our society. Because these children, these underprivileged children, having two problems. One, financially, they are not that sound where they can take admissions in good schools, and secondly, the awareness at home and the parents' point of view is not there. So if we educationists contribute little bit, I think that's the thing we should work for the society. And for last 15 years, wherever I've been teaching, I am traveling to all the villages, having meeting with the parents, explaining them the changing trends of education, why the skill-based education now is cropping up, what is the importance of that, why rote learning or theory part is not that important. So, you have to make aware these parents, otherwise, they think, "Nahi, ma'am, my child will not get that many marks, so, it will be a problem." Then you have to tell them, you have to explain to them, listen, getting 100 out of 100 is not the purpose. Purpose is the child should have that kind of learning where he can apply that learning and he can earn his livelihood. That's important. That कहते हैं अपने पैरों पे बच्चे को खड़े होना सिखाना. So that is very important, that along with the schools, if you give time to these children and to these parents, it becomes easy. Last year I started in my school, I'm in DPS, and the children coming from rural background and the border area belt. So for the underprivileged children, let me tell you, my husband took this initiative, and I started I adopted 5 children, beta. And in that 5 children, I gave scholarship to 10,000 each. So 50,000 every year I have allocated from my earning and my husband's earning to give to these underprivileged children. 50,000 महीने हर साल हमने डेडिकेट किया है इन बच्चों के लिए.
Ma'am, that's so
that kind of
wonderful.
thing अगर छोटा छोटा.
Ma'am, please continue.
So
please continue.
that is very important, and I say, yeah. So that is very important. That is very important, and we are trying our level best here. Also, my staff is doing a tremendous job where my children from this school are getting admission in AFMC. They are going to NDA. They are going for MBBS. So, jang jari hai. Let's see how long it can. I can prolong it.
Ma'am, it will be so long, and the wonderful, wonderful initiative that you're doing. And ma'am, you'll be victorious. So, ma'am, as we're talking about the other campaign that you're holding, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, is one of the most talked about campaigns. And
Yeah.
we know that it is, responsible for
Yeah,
uplifting
that's
several students across India. So, ma'am, would you like to, elaborate your engagement for the same?
yes. Let me just, as when I was talking to you, I was explaining to you that this is 5 years back when I joined this school 6 years back. But after a year or so, I realized that there are quite a number of orphanage children in Kathua. There's an Niketan where the girl children are, the parents are leaving and they are residing there. So I approached DC Katwa that time, Mr. Ramesh, and I explained to him and I invited him to my school. And I said to Mr. Ramesh, my school is ready to adopt at least 2 to 3 girl children. And why don't we start this campaign, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, and then war widows children are also there. So he came to my school, and my school is the first school in Kathua, the district, where we started this campaign. We adopted these 4 children, 2 from Nariniketan and 2 from War Widows, girl children, and got them admitted in our schools, giving them free education, free books, free and free uniform, and at same time we are giving them, extra mileage where in Nari Niketan, the problem is that during night time and in the evening, these children are working. They are washing utensils, they are washing clothes, and they're not getting time to study. So I told my teacher that whenever you are free and the child is for the games period or sports period or this thing, call them and give them extra knowledge, give them extra teaching. And this is how we are helping them. And let me tell you, because of this, Mr. Ramesh was recognized, the DC Kathua was recognized by Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, and he was awarded the appreciation letter for this. And it's very nice that the initiation which was taken by me with the DC now is spread all over. Now, this year also, we adopted 3 more girls, and we are trying our level best. And along with that, let me tell you, last year, see, the school is in Kathua. I am residing at Jammu. So, a place called Phalai Mandal, I have adopted that school myself. So on Sunday, I'm giving my Sunday to that school.
Wow.
Where it just got CBSE affiliation, got their inspection done. जाके पूरा arrangements कराया, पूरी building renovate करवाया, पूरा infrastructure with the help of the villagers, and Maharaj जी का school है. So I appointed a principal who was my vice principal. Then I appointed him a principal, and he is doing a wonderful job. We got the affiliation for CBSE now this year. I'm very happy. And on Sunday, whenever I get time, I go, I interact with these parents and tell them, your children were crossing a nala which during monsoon was flooded, and the children for almost a month or so were not able to go to CBSE schools. Now they have their school next to their vicinity.
Wow.
So it's very nice, and I feel very privileged that I'm able to contribute. My house is in Delhi. I left my DPS International Delhi in school, and working here. My husband is just retired. He wanted to settle down in Delhi, but just because of my the social cause, we have shifted to Jammu, and I'm able to travel almost 150 kilometers every day, coming to this school, teaching, guiding, and providing this kind of education, and going back in the evening. By the end of the day, I feel uh, honored and privileged. And I think maybe it's God's blessings, God's hand on my head, where I'm able to do at the age of 55, you know. And motivating others also. My teachers are also, I have told them, I said, wherever you are there, and is if any Aya's children are there, or any children, Juggi Jomdi is nearby, please give your Saturday or Sunday to these children, where you can make a difference, and you teach them extra. You will get that satisfaction, and I'm sure they say अगर आप दूसरों के बच्चों की भलाई करते हो तो आपके बच्चों की भलाई अपने आप हो जाती है. I believe in that. My elder son is army officer. He's major. My younger one has just come from states, finishing his this thing. He's so I think my both sons are doing very well. It's just because I am giving to others' children. So everybody should contribute.
Of course, ma'am. That is one saying that you said is true, that अगर आप अपने खुद बाहर मतलब और बच्चों का भला करोगे तो आपके बच्चों का of course भला होगा. That is one thing that you've said is so true, ma'am. So, ma'am, moving forward, we know that we are still
And
in
not
the.
to,
Yes, ma'am. Please continue. Ma'am, you were saying
yeah,
something.
then you ask me, tell me.
Yeah. So, ma'am, as I was saying
Yeah,
that.
I was telling you, I said it's not,
Ma'am, are you there?
yeah, Nimisha, go on.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'm there.
ma'am, as I was saying that we're still in the pandemic, and we know that technology is a luxury which most of people, it's not accessible to them. So, in today's scenarios, this might feel like a dream. So, how do you ensure proper educational engagement for the students, for the underprivileged students who are, you're teaching them?
See, I think if Wi-Fi is not there, and Jammu, as you're aware,
Yeah.
I don't know why this government is not working on that. Why only two districts are having 4G, and why other districts are not having 4G? Because with 2G, it's really very difficult to teach them. And secondly, now it's not the pandemic or non-pandemic. I think now the future is going to be off and online both. The children online are going to assemble the knowledge, and then and when they are going to come to school offline, maybe twice a week or thrice a week, the teachers as a facilitator is going to channelize that education in a proper streamlined way. So the child is going to learn both ways, offline, online, both. Now, I think the government should work on it. They should restore this 4G in our UT, because there are certain parents who are having problem, and those who are having connectivity problem without any Wi-Fi system. So what my teachers right now are doing, they are giving personal call in the evening, and on the phone calls they are teaching these children. Or sometimes they are making their own small 1 minute, 1.5 minute video, and on WhatsApp they are sending this. But then it becomes difficult, though we are trying to approach to each and every child. That's our moral duty. But I think if government helps us in this cause and 4G is restored, I'm sure this particular problem will not be there. But nonetheless, we are trying our level best. We are approaching it today. I've got 700 children in my school, and we are connected with each and every child, all 700 children. So, by Zoom or by WhatsApp video conferences, or whatever the way my teachers are getting on personal phone calls and this thing, we are able to connect with all these children.
That's great, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
we have a question from YouTube for you that, ma'am, I would want to know. This is from Naresh. that he wants to know that how he can encourage the parents in the rural areas to educate their girl child, as they think that girls are only born for marriage, and how they can choose a good and safe school as well.
It's a very good question, and though we say कि हम चांद पे पहुंच गए हैं,
Yeah.
but I think अभी भी बहुत कुछ करने को बाकी है.
Of course, ma'am.
And ये responsibility, नरेश जी, सिर्फ आपकी नहीं है. आपके आसपास जितने भी पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, जितने भी आपके एरिया में लोग हैं, या इवन इवन गांव में भी जितने लोग हैं जो एजुकेटेड हैं, आप उनको इकट्ठा करें. Because आप अगर if you alone will go to somebody's house to it will be difficult. So if you make a group of people, educated people, then arrange a meeting at somebody's house or in a common place, and then explaining them the value of education, explaining them why independence of the girls financially is important. I'm sure once you interact personally, one-to-one interaction, explaining all these cause, I'm sure you'll be able to motivate them to send their girl children to schools.
Well, I hope, Nareshji, the answer for your question is done from ma'am. So, ma'am, as we are moving forward, your contribution to the cause is praiseworthy. And so, would you like to, shed some light on the achievements of, and obstacles in your journey?
See, obstacles are always there.
Yeah.
You do not, you do not get anything free of cost. You have to pay for it. For these contribution, I had to stay away sometimes from my husband. Sometimes I had to neglect my own children, because when, as a full-time teacher, if you're working and you get only Sundays, and Sundays for your own children. So if that Sunday and Saturday also you are giving to the society, to these children, your own children, get neglected.
Right.
But I was very lucky that both my sons were very responsible. And evening, if I was giving time to other children, the night I was giving time to my own children. I used to lie down with them. I used to ask them what did they do the whole day, how did they prepare for the exams, how did they contributed, and this is what even I'm very happy that my staff in DPS Rajbagh, Kathu, they are also have started taking this kind of initiative, because I keep telling them, I say, listen, 24 hours बहुत होते हैं. Right. अगर आपने कुछ करना है तो.
Yes.
You must have that willpower to do it. People keep on asking me, ma'am, 150 kilometer रोज आप चलते हैं. घर में I cook myself, beside having full-time help. I cook myself, I wash my clothes myself. I've got 2 pit bulls. I look after them, I cook for them, I take them out for their walk, for the exercises. I look after my husband, I look after my younger son. At the same time, the 100% mental, this thing, I'm observing each and every child, and every class, every subject, every teacher online, by entering in there when they are teaching. So all the time your mind is into it. And let me tell you, once your mind is occupied, you do not get negative thoughts. You are always positive. Your mind is always working to do something better, to do something new, And obstacles आते हैं, मैं ज़्यादा obstacles की तरफ ध्यान नहीं देती हूँ, because अगर उनकी तरफ ध्यान दूंगी तो I don't think so. The people also, let me tell you, people also they keep on this thing कि कर कैसे लेते हो, कौन सी चक्की का आटा खाते हो, कौन सी दवाइयाँ खाते हो. You don't require, when you have urge, जब आपका will है, urge है to do something for the society, I don't think so कि आपको कुछ pills खाने की जरूरत है. It's there in the mind. If you think you would get tired, you get tired. If you think you don't get tired, you don't get tired. As simple as that.
Yes.
And smile should be there on your face all the time, because your one smile, other person also feels motivated to do something better. So as a leader, I have to be though so many things going on in the mind, so many responsibilities, the son being in army and on border areas, and thinking that it should not come on your way. You should be focused what you want.
And yes, ma'am, and always keep smiling, as you say every time whenever I talk to you. Uh, ma'am, we all know that parents in the rural areas, they discourage education for some reason. So, have you ever encountered such scenarios? And if so, then how did you overcome the situation?
Every day. I'm encountering this every day. Just now, I had a meeting with my staff and I was asking middle school and senior children, they were telling me that, ma'am, this particular child has not attended the classes for the last 4 days or 5 days, or regular nahi hai. So, when you talk to these parents, the answer you get is, I'll speak in Dogri and then I explain in English. Madam ji, kya kariye, bache sunde nahi hain. What to do, because these are grown up children, they don't even listen.
Yeah.
So what I keep on telling all these parents, ki listen, being a parent, you have to take the responsibility. You can't shy away from your responsibility. You can't just say ki they don't listen and let them do whatever they want to, because at this level their mind is not that grown up, it, that where they understand what is good, what is that, because influence of the society, peer group, is so much that they don't know what is right, what is wrong for their career, for their life. So as a parent, I keep telling them, sit with them, listen to them, listen to their problems, and then try to analyze why this particular child is having a problem. And same is with the teachers also. I keep telling, I said, before blaming any child, I want you to be a counselor and a guide. Talk to the parents, try to understand the background of the family, and then take a decision. Because don't take a decision at random कि ये नलायक बच्चा है, ये क्लास नहीं अटेंड करता है. I said maybe हो सकता है रात को घर में उसकी मम्मी पापा के बीच में फाइट, कुछ घर में इन लॉज के साथ मदर का झगड़ा हुआ हो, कोई रात को बहुत बीमार हो गया हो, शाम को कहीं अचानक जाना पड़ गया हो, सो बच्चा खुद बीमार हो. सो फर्स्ट गिव अ कॉल टू द पेरेंट्स, explain to them, and then take a call. So by doing all this, connecting personally with each and every parent, now that this particular problem is, I think, I'm having only 10%, 90% is overcome. And now my parents, they are aware that yes, whatever ma'am is saying, education is important, and we have to send our children. You'll not believe, class, nursery children, the parents are sitting with the children and they are working, they are attending classes, they are doing whatever the creative work, and parents are sitting next to them. So that kind of level of awareness I have achieved. It's only because the contribution of my teachers and on the personal connectivity, understanding their problems. That is very important. Yeah, you don't require any psychologist. I keep telling everybody, no school requires any psychologist. Every single teacher is a psychologist. Every single teacher is a counselor. Only will should be there. You should be connected with your every single child.
Ma'am, I think communication is the tool. You should
Yeah,
communicate each and everything with your favorite teacher. For me, I believe that you can choose one favorite teacher, that I am comfortable with this teacher, so I'm going to share my entire life with her only. So I
yeah,
think
absolutely,
I think
absolutely,
it all depends on how you communicate and how you share your feelings with the other person.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, ma'am, ending the webinar, you are a tenacious leader who has dedicated the whole life towards this cause. So, how do you envision the future of learning in the rural areas across India?
Uh, Two things which we have to work on very seriously. And in the new education policy, also, the government has very categorically is going to allocate the funds where we have to upgrade our teachers, where we have to motivate our teachers. where we have to give training sessions on a regular basis to teachers. See, any school with the infrastructure, with the five-star hotel facilities, the school is not going to work. School is going to work even if you have two rooms, but you have dedicated staff, you have trained teachers, you have compassionate teachers who connect with the children. You can achieve any kind of result. You must understand, in the Vedic period, when our students, when गुरुकुल में जाते थे, तो कोई 5 स्टार होटल्स नहीं थे, कोई इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, बड़ी बड़ी बिल्डिंग्स नहीं थी, कोई एसी रूम्स नहीं थे, पेड़ों के नीचे बैठ के पढ़ाया जाता था और हर तरीके की शिक्षा दी जाती थी. सो गुरु जो होता था वो डेडिकेटेड होता था, उसका अपने शिष्य से, अपने बच्चे से कोई भी ऐसा नहीं था कि मुझे बदले में ये मिल जाए. That internal satisfaction is very important. So, रूरल एरिया तक अगर हमें पहुंचना है तो हमें स्पॉट करना पड़ेगा वो डेडिकेटेड टीचर्स को, वो इनिशिएटिव लेने वाले टीचर्स को, जो शहरों की जिंदगियों को छोड़ के रूरल एरिया में भी जाके बच्चों को पढ़ाने की, जिनके मन में एक अर्ज हो, तभी पढ़ सकता है, अदरवाइज नहीं. अब आप कनेक्टिविटी कितनी करा लो, आप टेक्नोलॉजी कितनी भी कर दो, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बना दो, आपका टीचर अगर अच्छा नहीं है, आप अपने टीचर का लुक आफ्टर नहीं कर रहे हो, पे पैकेज ठीक नहीं है, सैलरीज ठीक नहीं दे रहे हो, उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स का, पर्सनल प्रॉब्लम्स का भी ध्यान नहीं रख रहे हो, तो आई डोंट थिंक सो आगे आने वाले समय में भी हम वो अचीव कर पाएंगे जो हम आज सोच रहे हैं. टीचर्स का वेलफेयर इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. एट द सेम टाइम द टीचर हैज टू बी वेरी डेडिकेटेड, एंड टीचर को अगर वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मिल रहा है रहने के लिए, सैलरी उसकी ठीक है, वैसा एम्बियंस मिल रहा है, वैसी इज्जत मिल रही है, रिस्पेक्ट मिल रही है पेरेंट्स से, तो टीचर कहीं भी जाके पढ़ाने को तैयार होता है. तो वी हैव टू फोकस 100% ऑन आवर मैन पावर एज ह्यूमन रिसोर्स. That is very important. And I feel very, I feel honored to be associated with DPS Society, because DPS Society is one society which every month upgrade the teacher. जो भी नए अपॉइंटी होते हैं, 10-10 दिन का दिल्ली में उनका ट्रेनिंग सेशंस होते हैं, हर चीज सब्जेक्ट वाइज. They are doing a wonderful and marvelous job, and I feel very proud, privileged. It's my privilege that I'm the part of DPS Society, where they are concerned about each and every child. They are concerned about each and every teacher and the resource. That's very important.
Ma'am, that's wonderful things that you're doing for the society and for the rural kids, and for uplifting the education system. And thank you so much for being here today and giving us your valuable time, and telling us about your journey as an educator, and your journey about how what all obstacles you faced while you teaching the kids, underprivileged kids. And thank you so much for all the viewers for joining us today with Campus Care Social. And thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Namisha, and thank you the entire team of Entab. Anything for any cause, I'm always there.
Of course, ma'am, and we are there for you. And thanks to you for joining in today and giving so much, and about your journey, telling everything. And it was wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And you feel very nice. Well, I'll be writing the article which I'm writing for your e-magazine.
Yes,
You'll
ma'am.
Have that in Arunachal, when my husband was commanding the brigade as a first lady, I used to visit all these government schools.
Okay.
I used to have interactive session with all senior classes, 9, 10, 11, 12. And because during, that far-flung areas of these schools, they were not aware of that time CCE. Explained to them, had a 3 days training session with the parents and explained to them. So